Hello guys, welcome to the week 3 deficit vlog. So it is actually Friday, January 31st today, meaning that I have not vlogged all week. I feel like these vlogs are just starting later and later in the week because I've just been having such busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. In this case, even Thursday. Yesterday was really busy. So I am giving you a full catch up this morning about how the week has gone so far. So first of all, I got my hair done yesterday. My hairdresser always laughs because every time I go in to see her, like every 4 to 6 months, she's like, okay, how much do you want me to take off? And I'm like, 1 inch. I swear guys, long hair is just like a personality type for me. And a few years ago, I tried the whole blonde balayage thing, which was beautiful. Like the guy who did my hair did a beautiful job, but my head cannot stand bleach. So my hair got so damaged from that and I ended up having to chop it up to here. So in realizing how long it would take me to grow it back out, I feel like that process made me form a new appreciation for my hair and embracing its natural darkness. So on that note, all she did for me was just give me a little bit of a trim, just rebalance out the layers. And then I asked her to do a raven black, super dark toner in my hair. So that's exactly what she did and I love it. I just feel like really dark black hair is my favorite on me personally. Anyways, hair aside, now let's chat about how the deficit's going. I feel like a broken record with these scale chats, but I've had some of you tell me that you are finding this relatable and helpful, so I'm just gonna keep them going. And the scale chat update this week is that the scale's being very weird again. So last week, towards the end of week 2, I was seeing some really good drops in the scale. So the scale was very much validating that my deficit was deficiting. This week, it's kind of been unvalidating me again. So it's gone back up a couple of days and then it kind of goes down and then back up. It's just all over the place. I am supposed to get my period this weekend, so that could be a factor. But either way, I hope you guys are kind of realizing after watching these deficit diary videos that all we can really do in a deficit is control our inputs. So that means workouts, steps, cardio, nutrition, our compliancy. What we can't control is the output. We can't control what happens as a result of our inputs on the scale. So yes, I do love scale data. It gives me some really good insights into the direction that things are going generally. On that note, if you are gonna be using scale data as one of your metrics, please do not just weigh yourself once a week and be like, yep, that's my scale weight for the week. Because what if you just happen to weigh yourself on a day where you felt really bloated for some reason? Like you ate a super late dinner the night before or something really high in salt and you're retaining a lot of water the next morning. So if you are gonna use scale data, make sure that you are doing multiple scale weigh-ins a week, adding those up together, dividing by the total number of days you weighed yourself, and using that weekly scale average, which is based on a large sample size of scale weigh-ins to determine what your actual week, whatever, scale weight was. Do not just go based off of one day. With that all said, my scale data is being kind of weird, but honestly, I'm just not really letting it get to me. I'm just having these chats because I think it's so important for these conversations to happen because I really don't see them happening anywhere. I just see people sharing before and afters and no one really knows what the in-between of a deficit can sometimes look like. And then when you're in the thick of it, it can feel very disheartening if you're just going based off of the scale and the scale isn't doing what you want it to do. So I'm using this, but I'm also just looking in the mirror and seeing how I'm feeling. And I am honestly, again, I feel like a broken record, but guys, I'm honestly just feeling really good. I'm feeling pretty confident in my body the last few days. And even with my period coming, I'm feeling pretty confident in my body. So that is saying something because usually at this time of the month, before my period, I don't feel wonderful. Of course, on Sunday, at the very end of the week, I'll give you a final update of what the weekly average is. Okay, and then scale stuff aside, workouts, cardio, steps, all of that has been going really well this week. I've been hitting my steps majority of days. Some days my steps are a little bit lower, but then I have higher step days that kind of make up for it. Mainly getting the steps on my walking pad, but I do also do some outdoor walks when it's nice out. I've gotten 3 out of my 4 weightlifting workouts in for the week. So I'm actually gonna go to the gym right after this and do my 4th and final one. I've also already done 2 list cardio sessions for the week, but I think I'm gonna do another one today after my workout because I'm just feeling energized. I'm in the mood to do cardio. And honestly, it doesn't hurt to do a little bit of extra cardio in a deficit as long as you're not forcing yourself to, and you're not doing it from an exhausted state of mind, but you're doing it from a more abundant state of mind. Like you're doing more cardio from a place of overflow. So let's go to the gym, let's lift, let's do cardio, and I'll just show you my morning concoction. I had a late dinner last night, so I am just having a coffee right now. I did put a little bit of silk oat creamer in here, but honestly, maybe it was a little bit of a waste of calories because the amount of creamer I put in here, because I like my coffee creamy. I put 118 calories of creamer in here. Not a good spend when you have only 1,800 calories for the day, by the way. But I made my sacrifice. Plus, I'm not very hungry this morning because, like I said, I ate a late dinner. So I'm not really eating much of a breakfast, but I know I'm gonna get hungry after I weight lift. And before I do my cardio, I am going to munch on this G2G bar. So I'm bringing this to the gym with me. And if you are looking for a really good, high quality protein bar, G2G bars are the best I've ever tried. And I've tried a lot of protein bars. And you can use code TONED with Tina to get you a discount at checkout. I have the links to the Canadian and American G2G bar websites down in the description box. And on that note, guys, I am very picky about what brands I work with. I know some might say I'm an influencer, and I guess technically I am. I consider myself more of like a business owner slash coach because majority of my income does come from my actual business. But I do some brand stuff on the side too. But on that note, I'm just super picky with what brands I work with because I'm not relying on brand deals for income. And even if I was, it just would feel so icky to me to promote things I genuinely don't use myself. Like I can't, like my conscience can't do that. So these are absolutely incredible. When I tell you I literally have one almost every day, like they're just so dang good. If you do want to try them, the flavors peanut butter chocolate chip and peanut butter coconut chocolate are the best. I've tried all of them and those are definitely my two top. They have 18 grams of protein, certified gluten-free, easy on sensitive stomachs, organic ingredients, freshly ground nut butters, no preservatives, no artificial ingredients, no palm oils, no sugar alcohols, and no chalky aftertaste. So that is the morning lineup. Let's go to the gym.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon.
Happy Saturday, guys. Before bed, I was having the biggest sweet tooth ever. And this only really happens, like I always have a sweet tooth, but when it gets like to the point where I'm like, I need something sweet, like it's that extreme, it's always right before I get my period. And guess what, guys? I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. on a Saturday to my period. And I haven't been able to fall back asleep. So I guess we're staying awake. So anyways, back to last night, because I had a major sweet tooth, but I didn't really have many calories left. I ended up just mixing some yogurt with some of my Active Stacks protein powder. By the way, Active Stacks is a protein brand that I just started using and I'm honestly very obsessed with already. I really like it because it's actually a beef protein. So it's actually really easy on sensitive stomachs. It only has 4 ingredients and it just is so good. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but when I have a protein powder that has like an overly sweet taste to it, it just gives me the ick very quickly. Like, I can't handle protein powders that are too sweet. Active Stacks almost is just like a rich, almost like in between milk and dark chocolate kind of chocolate taste. And it's so good. It doesn't blend that well when you just shake it in a shaker cup, but it works perfectly in smoothies if you like blend it with a blender. And I discovered last night it blends really well with yogurt. So I mixed some of the Active Stacks with some yogurt and I put like a few little drops of stevia just because I had a really big sweet tooth. And it literally, guys, tasted like chocolate mousse. It was so good that I actually made it again this morning for breakfast. I also added some PB2 powder on there. So PB2 is just peanut butter powder, and PB2 is a little bit lower in calories than having like actual peanut butter, which is helpful in a deficit. But I just like love the texture of it. So I did put a bunch of it on here as well. Let me see if I can show you guys like a better view. It doesn't look that good maybe, but honestly guys, this literally tastes like chocolate mousse, and it's only 254 calories and it has 23 almost grams of protein. So that's really not bad for something that literally tastes like dessert. Anyway, since I didn't really fully vlog you guys through what I ate in a day yesterday, I'm gonna do it today. So this is breakfast. Okay, it is lunchtime and I'm having just some pre-cooked extra lean ground beef with some rice and like a couple of pieces of broccolini and mushroom just for some added fiber. So this is what it looks like. Pretty plain Jane, but it's gonna get the job done. To make it a little bit more flavorful, I'm gonna add some mayo and some sriracha. Okay, so we're just gonna go like that. Perfect. And just throw a little bit of sriracha on there too. So that's how it came together. Honestly, sometimes I just love like super simple meals like this where it hits all the macros. We got protein, we got carbs, we got some fats from the mayo and from the extra lean ground beef. And it just hits the spot, keeps you full, it keeps you satisfied so you can get through the day. And I know it's Saturday, but I actually am gonna do a little bit of work right now. So I just thought I'd have a little pre-mini work session meal. Okay, lunch is done. I am just gonna have a few blackberries right now as well. And then I'm gonna go walk to a coffee shop and either grab a latte or a tea and do my couple of hours of Saturday work. Okay, but just quickly before I leave, just thought I would show you a few cute little elements of my fit, starting with these cute little earmuffs that I'm obsessed with. I got them from the Latest Scoop here in Vancouver. I'm not sure if that's like a store that's everywhere or if it's just a Vancouver thing. I wear earmuffs like every day. I have like super sensitive ears. It's like a weird thing. When I was little, I used to get a lot of ear infections and my ears were always really sensitive to like wind. So in the winter months, I like live in earmuffs and I think they're so cute. And then I'm obsessed with this little fluffy teddy bear purple jacket. Okay, and then this bag, guys. This bag from Aritzia. I think it's like the Super Puff bag. My mom got it for me for my birthday. Best bag ever. Like every girl needs this bag, especially if you live in like a cold place because it has like the puff to it. So if like raindrops on it, it's not gonna get like all ruined. It is so big. Like I can fit my whole life in here. Like I'll fit like my gym outfit, clothes for after the gym, like sweatpants and stuff, put like my laptop, all my chargers, books. Like this thing is sturdy. I'm just wearing like flared TNA sweatpants on the bottom. And let's go. Okay guys, I am back with a dinner update. And also at the cafe, I ended up ordering an Americano and I just added a little bit of milk to it. And a little bit of stevia because I needed some sweetness in there. Okay, so for dinner, also, I'm sorry if the lighting's like super red in here. It's like nighttime right now and the lighting's awful in this room. I'm actually gonna eat in bed right now because I'm just having a day one of cycle cramping day and I just wanna get into bed and watch my Prison Break. By the way, I just started Prison Break. I know it's like a really old show, but it's so good. I'm loving it. So I made a dinner from HelloFresh tonight. HelloFresh is a meal prep service in Vancouver where you can basically like order what you want off the website. They send you all the ingredients and like the instructions, and then all you have to do is cook it. So today's was a brown sugar glazed salmon situation with like rice and green beans, or snap peas, sorry. Anyways, it looks pretty good. So this is how it turned out. And this comes to 660 calories. It has 34 grams of protein. Not bad. And it was really easy to make. I'm gonna go eat in bed now. Okay, but how lovely is this ambiance? Hello guys, happy Sunday. Okay, so I never finished off my what I eat in a day last night, but after that salmon dinner, I did have some Halo Top ice cream. I really like the flavored chocolate chip cookie dough. It's like kind of a lower cal ice cream, so it does fit in really well during deficits. I also did have about 3/4 of a G to G bar. I had the flavor peanut butter coconut chocolate. So my total calorie count yesterday on Saturday was 1,806. For reference, my calorie goal is 1,800 a day. So I did pretty good with the calories. I was a little short on protein. I only hit 121 grams of protein yesterday. And ideally, I like to hit at least like 130, 135. Could work on that. But for the most part, it was a pretty good day. But the main reason I'm popping in is to do my week 3 deficit update with you guys. So this week in my calorie deficit, I actually gained weight. Let's talk about it. So yesterday morning, Saturday, I got my period and I weighed in at 148.4 yesterday morning. And honestly, all throughout the week, I was weighing in heavier than the week prior, mostly around 148. And then this morning, so Sunday, I weighed in at 146.6. So did I just drop like 2 pounds overnight? Or was the whole week leading up to my period basically just a very scale noisy week? I'm gonna go with the latter. So I'm not gonna say like this whole week was a write-off in terms of the scale, but like it kind of was in a way. This is why it is so important to have awareness of how your body is impacted relative to the scale around your menstrual cycle, especially when you're in a calorie deficit. Otherwise, you are gonna be freaking out left, right, and center when you have weeks where the scale goes up or doesn't move, when really you're actually doing everything right. There's just some fluff going on the scale and it's gonna go away. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like when I'm ovulating, my scale weight always goes up, or like it does not budge down in a cut. And right before my period, usually those last few days, my scale weight either goes up or again, doesn't budge down. And then it's literally like day 2, flushed. I can't make it up. I literally have the numbers to show it. But I've been doing this for a long time, so I have such a high level of awareness of my body and how it's impacted by different parts of my cycle. Okay, but anyways, scale aside, here's the reason that even if the scale didn't go down this morning, I wouldn't be concerned. Because every morning when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, whoa, I feel good. Like I've been feeling really good. I've been feeling myself, guys. And isn't that like the whole point? To feel better in your body, to feel confident, to feel like you're thriving, to feel healthy. No one knows what you weigh except for yourself. Well, in my case, you guys all know what I weigh, right? But seriously, it's just a number at the end of the day. So that's my little chit chatter of the week. I gained weight this week, but was it really body fat that I gained? Or was it just inflammation and pre-period weight? The latter. So now that, thank goodness, I'm entering into the happier parts of my cycle, hopefully the scale is going to be a little bit more of an accurate representation of my progress for the next couple of weeks at least, until I ovulate again. On that note, tomorrow we are heading into week 4 of the deficit, and it's also going to be the final week of the training phase that I'm currently on. I like to call this peak week in the training world. So I'm really excited to go into this week. Yesterday I was down, guys. I was out. I was in bed all day. I was watching Prison Break. I had the biggest sweet tooth, but sometimes we just need days like that. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up there. So I'll see you guys in week 4.